Hello, hello, hello. Hello, sister friends. It's so good to see you. This is going to be a interesting night or morning for some of you on the other side of the world. What an episode, right? Ha! Okay. I am still working through... Excuse me, I was eating right before getting on here. Now I'm going to have crackers in my mouth. I was looking through the levels and working hard on getting the scrolling names to go across. And I figured it out, but it was on the welcome screen. So then I quickly went to do it on this main screen. And it showed up there. And as soon as I added the extra filter to make it scroll, the words just disappeared. I went back to the main thing. The words were all there. All your names were there. And then I go back and it's just gone. So who knows? You know, technology. I got it to work just fine on the welcome screen. So hopefully, if you're one of the members of this channel, you saw your name on the welcome screen. If not, you can go back and watch this on a review and you'll see it there. All right. The other thing I want to do, though, that I've listed in the levels, and memberships are all new to us. So I'm working through it as I go through. I know one of the things I said is I would do shout outs to the two highest levels, which is big supporter and exclusive SOS. So thank you to the members of the big supporter level, and they are Lisa True, Storms in Life, Christ is the answer, I believe. It's just cut off. Christ is there. Close. Knit My Bit, Elizabeth Murphy, and Lynn Skinner. Thank you all. And let me also look at the exclusive SOS supporters. Thank you to exclusive SOS supporters, and those are Jem Cracker, Sharon, Dee Dee, Lisa Florney, Neela, Danny Towns, Lisa Gasca, I'm Your Huckleberry, Mama Kinga, Mom Kinga. Sorry about that. Leda Fett, apologies. Non-Spanish, lives in Georgia, Leda. The other Leda is Spanish speaking. I don't think she lives in Spain or Mexico or Spanish speaking country. Julianne Kenkel, thank you for being a SOS supporter. Michelle, simply Michelle, just like Madonna. Alyssa 1704, Kaylin, also just like Madonna, just Kaylin, Donna Redman, and Jessica Denham. So thank you all. I wanted to give you a shout out because I said I would do that and I didn't do that last week. I'm getting there, folks. I'm getting there. It's a process. Let me head over to the chat. Jenny, you'll figure it out. I have faith in you. Eventually, Michelle. Eventually. All right. Some quick hellos before we get going about the craziness. My goodness. Can I just say, I was almost disappointed when it ended because I felt like that was so good. There's no way they can keep each episode being this good. They smashed it all in. All right. Sherry Pazik. Scarlett. Hello. Mama Corpse Maker. Morticia O. Jail Carpenter. Lori E. Elizabeth Murphy. Steamed Frog 99. Steamed Frog 99 is a funny name. Okay, if I say your name again, my apologies. A lot of conversation going on, which I love. Keep it going, people. Chatting. I'm going through it all. Rhonda Delph. Oh, she said she's number 39. By the way, we had like over 30 people like an hour before I even started the live stream that had hit like buttons. So can I just say thank you? That is so nice of you. I'm wondering if some people may have gotten in, but because of their time zones or whatever, they weren't going to be able to watch it live, but they wanted to make a point to hit the like button live. And so if you're in there live Go ahead, write down your name too in the chat, because the chat's working as well. You can hit the like early, but you can also start chatting in chat. So go ahead and write down what number you were on the like, and I'll be sure to say your name. Okay. Julianne was 41. Lisa was 42. Morticia, Steam Frog, Scarlet, Lynn Skinner. Howdy, y'all. Hi, howdy, Lynn Skinner. Thank you for being here. Thank you for moderating for us. I'm a squirrel. We saw you. Ruth Carroll, hello. April Barber Thomas, hello. I wonder how Janelle will react to Robyn saying that. I can't even imagine. I mean, that's why I had to make it the thumbnail at the beginning, right? Because to me, that was the most shocking thing out of the episode was that, oh, I can't believe she said that. I can't. Okay. Morticia. Mary Marmoljo. Hello. Rhonda was 39 as a like. I'll keep going down, Jenny. Sharon is here. Hello, Sharon. Beverly Newer, hello. Diane Wade, hello. She was 45. Lynn, I laughed, I cried, and then I threw something. I almost did too. Hi, Marie Hickson. She was 48 in terms of the hitting the like button. Vixen is here. Hello, Vixen. Lindsay Eshelman, number 56. Hello to you. Ronio Forever. Hello. She was 58. Holy Omega. Hello. Aw, Olivia, you're a beautiful human too, Holly. What a nice thing to say. Auntie is here. We're glad to have you in the house, Auntie. Doc Karen is here. Hello from Nashville, Tennessee. Angela Sargent is here. Hello to you as well. Rachel Turturo, number 60, and hitting the like button. Glad to have you here. JL Carpenter, hello. Andrea Bevan, hello. Oh, Artie, do you mind if I don't try to pronounce your last name? I hate to smash it, but greetings from South Africa. So glad to have you back here, Artie. I'm glad you came back. Angela Sargent is here. I think I said hello already, but just in case I didn't. Donna Redmond. You have no sound. Go out and come back in. Walter's mom, although you probably didn't hear that, but maybe you saw my gesture. Walter's mom, hello. All right. Jenny Kenny. I like that name. You never were part of the live before? Yay! Welcome to the Human Live, Jenny. Lisa Owen, hello. M Vogue 79 was actually like number 69. Sherry is here. Okay, from Singapore. So cool. Suri Awadi. Suri Awadi. Is it just, it's not Saad, is it? I should look that up. Let me write that down. I know there's a way to pronounce that. I don't think it's just, is it like Syed? All right, anyway. I wish you guys could talk back to me. That would really be great. I'd love it. Hello, Kimberly Blackwell, and welcome to your first live. So glad you're here. Shauna Hembry, hello, and she was number 75, hitting the like button. Thank you so much for that. Mama Corpse Maker says, wow, so many international friends. We do. We have a lot of people from around the world that watch this channel. They're Sister Wives fans. So thank you for watching my channel and commiserating with us all. Paula O'Donnell, you made it. Yes, you did. Glad you're here. Trisha Bolenos. Hello, everyone. Excited for my first live. A lot of people in your first lives tonight. That's awesome. If you also want to write the number that you were in terms of when you hit the like button when you guys come in, I'll make sure I mention it here. Paula has no sound either? All right. Hold on. Okay, my sound is going. It says it's going. I'll keep going and see if all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of people saying, I can't hear you. Katrina Taylor was number 1 36. Hello. Carrie Ball. Hello. Glad to have you here. Paula McDonald. Glad to have you here. Holy Omega. Good to see you again. I think I already said that. Carly No Twitter. Good evening. Good evening, sister friends. Sherry was number 65 from Chicago. It's starting to rain over here in Ohio as well. I think we have the same front going through. Lisa Smith. Hey. Buggus. Hi, folks. Donna Redman. Just in case I missed you last time. Let me say hello. Oh my, it jumped ahead. Oh geez, I hate it when this happens. Okay. If I miss anybody, please know I am sorry. Cheryl T with 108 in the likes. Hello from Texas. Jeanette Cantrell was 119. LaShonda was 117. Miss Ohm was 119, which means one of you is probably 118. Debbie Gavin. I think they're doing 20 episodes because it will be the end. It might be. They have a contract to go for a couple more years, but like, I guess if both parties agree, so we'll have to see. Valadia, 117. So glad to have you here, Valadia. My girl, Becky McClelland was 115. Hi, Becky. Stephanie Nelson, so glad you could watch this. Swearing more than normal. Oh, Linda Kohler, glad to have you here. I think I'm caught up in that direction. Debbie Haas, 126. Hello. Lisa Gasca, hi in California. Kathy Spirey, welcome. 126. Oh, I can't believe we're already in the 120s for likes. You guys are amazing. Okay, sorry. Spikes Girl 130, hello. Lotus Fire, hello. Number 130. Michelle Lee 1973B. Welcome to your first live. Lot of first livers here. Christine Laver, hello. Oh, thank you for the nice comment too. Paula McDonald was in the 70s. Lisa Hannon is here. Doc was 55. I should call you Karen, not Doc, but no, you were Doc. Smells like Nirvana. Hi, everyone. I like that. Smells like Nirvana. Trisha A99. Finally here from Northern Ohio. So am I, Trisha. Brittany, not Brittany. Yellow. So glad you're here. Alexandra Guerrero, 145. That's amazing. That's amazing. Paula was 131. Objection, hearsay, Your Honor. Oh, thank you. Oh, you were one of the early likes. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was just shocked when I started logging in and trying to figure out the scrolling names that there were already over 30 people that hit like, and it was an hour before we started streaming. So you guys are amazing. That's all I can say. You're amazing. You're amazing. Lisa Gasca, how do you know what number you are? When you hit the like button, the number will pop up and kind of like go pew, like it, now it sort of makes a light or something. I can't remember what, but it does more than just show you that. It used to just have a black number that would change for how many likes there are, but it actually pops up so that you kind of know this is your number. Heathen Mama of 5 was 145. Hello. D loves Bruce. So glad to hear that. Lucky Bruce. Rachel Dow, hello. Paula O'Donnell, hello from Detroit. Kim Apple, hello. Danny Towns, did I say hi to you already? I don't know, I may have. I know I was typing your name on the thing, so some of these names are familiar to me just because I was typing them to get them in that scroll at the beginning of the chat. Okay. We're at 153 likes according to Lynn Skinner. That's amazing. And we have 256 in the chat. Like and subscribe. Miss Ohm, hello. Keep talking, Robyn. Isn't that the truth? Her and Cody, just keep talking. Just keep talking. We have plenty to keep us busy as sister friends throughout the week. The more you talk. Okay. Mama Squirrel, did anyone notice how badly Cody's new shirts fit him? Bunchy under the pits. Yeah, he's got these new silk. I don't know if I said it in the live or if I said it when I was recording the videos, which will come out soon. I'm working on editing. but the purple silk shirt that's almost kind of baggy-ish with sort of the larger collar, very 1970s. I don't get it. I don't know what he's going for, but it is ill-fitting for sure. Kim was 156 in the likes. Okay. Hello, Kimmy Turner. And hello, Christine Laver. She does live in her own alternative universe. D Lives Bruce was 156. Dolly wants to know. Hello. 161 she was in the likes. Sherry from Canada is here. Kathleen Lewandowski is here. You were 166 in terms of hitting the like button. That's amazing. Lashonda 403. Hello from Georgia. We have a lot of people from Georgia that watch Sister Wives. A lot of people. Well, people might be. A lot of people, I should say, that are on this channel. There may be a lot of people from a lot of states, but in terms of people in this channel, I see a lot of people from Georgia. Shelly Marvin, you were 168 on hitting the likes. Thank you for being here. Vanpool, thank you for being here. Yeah, Vanpool. Sabin admits on camera that the McMansion was a family investment. Lawyer up, Janelle and Mary. When you hit it had to be when you hit the like button. Other than that, the likes will keep changing as you watch it. You'll see the numbers just keep going up because more people are hitting the likes. So right when you hit it, next time you'll see, I think there's a color or something that pops up now. They made it so that it's a little bit more significant when you hit it. Helen Westian, hello from Canada. We also have a lot of Canadians on this channel. Alyssa, what age is a senior? I don't know. I've always thought of seniors as 50 and older. So, but I guess it could be anything. I mean, in this day and age, nobody wants to give you anything for free. So now you have to be like 65 to get senior discounts. Keep moving it up. It's fine. Maybe we're living longer. Maybe that's why. I think people are just being cheap at businesses. But I've never taken advantage of any senior discount. I'm in my 50s. Drita Diaz, hello from New York. Hi, good to see you. D reviews everything. Yay! Review my channel, D. What do you think of it? Kimmy Turner, a lot of us from Tennessee. Yes, Kimmy, a lot of Tennesseans. Leanne Shipes, hello from Georgia. France L from Montreal. So good to see you all. Becky McClellan from Michigan. Hi. Mary Kilgo. Hi. She was 174 and hitting the like button. That's amazing. Scarlett. Oh my goodness. Lots of new people in the house. Nice to meet you all. Yes. Scarlett's our official welcoming committee. So welcome all you sister friends. You start coming and talking to live chat, you're my sister friends. And those of you who aren't into live chat, but you just want to watch it or you're on review, one, you can comment on the comments down below. And two, you're still a sister friend. Everyone likes to do different things. It's okay. JOK, welcome. Watching Sister Wives was a great litmus test for my to-be husband. 7 years married and Cody still angers him. It's true. What do you think of this man? That should be part of the premarital counseling. Jelly Ugandan Knuckles 2. Hello and welcome from Utah. All right, so are you Ugandan and live in Utah? 175. I can't believe we're that high in the likes. That's amazing. Excellent. Thank you, everybody. Angie Brooks, hello from the Tennessee-Kentucky line. Kind of around Bowling Green, sort of where the, what is that called now? What is that new, we talked about it last time. Those of you who, I'm constantly like naming landmarks that I've gone by. Oh, Buc-ee's. Although, if you're by the Tennessee-Kentucky line, maybe it's still probably only about 30 minutes, right, from you? The new Buc-ee's right there. Although I don't know which freeway that would be if you're taking 64. Sharon has made it to her first live. Cheers from Toronto. Hello. Hello, sister friend. And thank you for being at your first live. You'll love it here. Everyone is amazing. Hopi was 187 in the likes, and France L was 177. You guys, thank you for hitting the like buttons, and thank you all. Michelle Littlefield is from Idaho as well, Jelly, just so you know if you guys want to connect. Kimberly Blackwell, thank you from North Carolina. Thank you for being here, Kimberly. Scarlett, I should start a swear jar. I do use bad terms in private, and of course, no problems at all. Absolutely no politics here. Yeah, that's true. We do no politics here. Just FYI. We do no politics, and we try not to swear. Kathy Ferron. To the day this channel ends, I will always call out Kathy Ferron for swearing in the lives. Oh, it's just fun. Fun for me. Reclusive Lovey 192. Thank you for hitting the like button. Paula O'Donna, hello. Sound is good now? Okay, I don't know what happened. Stephanie Nelson thinks she was 184 in the likes. Donna Thompson was 187, and Leanne Shipes was 189. Thank you, girls. I was gonna say, I think I'm caught up, and then all of a sudden it jumped ahead. There's so many people here. We're gonna have to just start talking sister wives, but I'm gonna keep scrolling through this, and when I see numbers, I'll go ahead and hit it. Spindlemeyer 292 from, well, we can't be all the way up to 292 likes already, can we? Can we? Spindlemeyer, that's amazing. Hello, Kathy from Connecticut. Hello, Tina Cook from Pittsburgh. Boy, those Steelers, we have so many negative names. Kind of like sister wives, so bad names. I apologize. Being a Cleveland Browns fan. So all the names of what we call the Steelers kept coming to my head. I'm like, I can't say that. I can't say that. I can't say that. They're doing really good this year. Who knew? I thought it was going to be an off year for them, but nope, not with that coach. They don't do well. Angie Books, 30 minutes from Bowling Green. Okay, there you go. And Buc-ee's is amazing. Yeah, I have to stop. I stop on my way down to visit my daughter in Tennessee. I stop on the way back, even though it's like only an hour and a half from where she lives. I still stop on the way back. That's my first stop, an hour and a half into my 8-hour drive. I make a stop. Oh, I'm so happy so many people are here today. Yeah, Lynn Skinner keeping us up to date. 292 likes and 427 in the chat. Hello, Twisted Petrie Homestead in Texas. Twisted Petrie Homestead sounds like something that Janelle would have. Did you see that she posted that they're officially going to start? Oh, I should have written it down because I looked at it quickly and I'm like, oh, I should let everyone know in case they didn't see. On her Instagram, she posted that I think it's called like Takia Farms is the name of the property that they just bought. And they're going to be, are they growing flowers? See, like I've forgotten everything because she was talking about t-shirt sales. And I'm like, t-shirt sales, buying a t-shirt to wear it here on the live. But I couldn't find anywhere to buy the t-shirt. And then it said they sold out right away. So they're going to have another batch of them, but I was looking forward to that. Oh, speaking of purchasing things, people, I got something in the mail. Let me go ahead and do an unboxing, an unbagging, if you will. Cut off the top. It's specifically for us. You know what? I actually think I wrote a note about who told me about this, and it's on my laptop because I think I put it on a sticky note on my laptop as opposed to, let me just double check and see if I put it actually with Sister Wives stuff. No, of course I didn't, because that would make too much sense because I do my live chats on the actual computer, not my laptop. So I don't have the name, but I'll mention it next time. So when we were reading the book, Becoming Sister Wives, which has a picture of all of them on the cover, but I bought mine used, including shipping, for $10. And it was an old library book, so they had taken the the jacket cover off when they sent it to me. I don't care. I just didn't want Cody to receive a penny of money from me. Couldn't do it. So anyway, we read this, and you can go back in my lives, and I have them all listed. We went chapter by chapter and discussed all the chapters together. So we did a reading and discussion combination, chapter by chapter, for however many weeks there are chapters. And in there, now, just for those of you who don't know, I had not or hadn't seen any of those videos. I had never read the book before. I bought the book for the first time, and I thought, well, let's just go ahead and read it and read some nice little background about their families and their lives. I had no idea it would be so juicy. It was full of juice. It was full of gossip. It was also full of lies. A lot of things we know that are lies now, and it is full of TLC timelines, if you will. Like they rarely put a date or a time or indicated when certain things happen, so it made it very confusing. And the way it's set up by themes. It's not set up chronologically, which is confusing too. It also, I swear, didn't have an editor. Somebody said Robyn was actually the editor, in which case then I would believe that they had an editor. A lot of typos, a lot of grammatical errors, and the basic structure of it too, and the lack of there being a timeline and understanding what's happening when makes it seem like maybe Robyn was the editor. So in there, Robyn refers to herself as having an alter ego, her alter ego who is strong because she's such a scared little girl inside. So she needed to develop an alter ego in her life to conquer everything. I wasn't buying any of it. And this, of course, the story went hand in hand with her having to go through the divorce, so this sudden alter ego that she developed was convenient in that it was sort of her way of explaining how she needed to remove herself from herself because of her horrible ex-husband, which is still unclear if he was or is not. She said he was. I normally do not like to question anybody when they say that, but we are talking about Robyn Brown. And we have no other claims from anybody indicating that he's anything else other than lovely, including from his current mother, sister, and I'd love to hear from his current wife and kids, but we never will. That's okay. So, She-Ra is this name that she developed, and she spelled it SHE-RAH. She-Ra! Every time I read it, I'd be like, She-Ra! And somebody mentioned that is a character already. That was like some superhero from the past, and I kind of dismissed it. But then somebody brought it up again, and I went and I looked it up, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm reading all about She-Ra. Maybe we can do that next time because I don't have it all cut and pasted. I was reading about it. It does not explain Robyn whatsoever. So it's interesting that she claims this as her alter ego because I don't know how often she tapped into She-Ra. She claims she did. But I went ahead and I bought off of eBay the She-Ra action figure. So now whenever I want to do little having Robyn talk, we have a She-Ra Robyn doll who can talk for us.
I don't know what she did with all her money. I am very good at saving money, so not sure about Janelle.
She-Ra. I love it. The original She-Ra. The best part about it is that she says she developed her own alter ego, and yet it actually was a formalized character. Spelled almost the same, but I'm venturing to guess that she just misspelled it. That's what I think. So it's SHE/RA for the original She-Ra. And yeah, she is, oh, I wish I had, I actually did cut and paste some information about it from her. I will have it for you next time. Maybe She-Ra herself will share with us about her history. She is the twin sister of He-Man. He-Man was so successful that they decided to come out with She-Ra. So that's where She-Ra is. But I have never heard of She-Ra in my life, so I don't think it was very successful, and she probably thought nobody would know about it either, but we do. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the chat. Etha was 297. Excellent. Beverly was 192. Okay, Rachel says, I love that Janelle is determined to make sure Mary gets her fair share too. Yes. I don't know that she's going to be able to do anything. If she were to purchase the land, she would have been able to. But I'm not sure now, since she ended up not purchasing it, or Maddie ended up not purchasing it, if she has any control over helping. But I love that she's putting that out there. That's the best part about all of this, because you know the pressure has to come onto Cody and Robyn's shoulders when everybody's like, what are you doing? Because they've gotten away for so long with all these lies and hiding things. And the fact that the wives are starting to crack now and just share everything, I think is amazing. Now, Janelle might have to backpedal because of the lawsuit. And she's not allowed to say anything negative or disparaging about Cody. So she can about Robyn, she just can't about Cody. So that's going to backtrack for a little bit. Jennifer Peters, 283. So glad to have you here. Dog Mom, hello in Pennsylvania. Thank you. I'm glad I make you laugh. Jennifer W, you were 299. Yay! Okay. Okay, Fairy D is also, Fairy D, Kentucky, Tennessee line. Okay, I think that's, yeah, I don't think I take, do I take I-75? I don't think I take I-75. I think I take 64 to 71. All right. Since you didn't know, welcome. Glad to have you here. Oh my God, you're hysterical. You're so nice. Paula O'Donna, hello. Sarah Bellum, hello. Sarah Bellum, I just got it. That's not really your name, is it? Is that a name? You gotta let me know, or if that's just your YouTube name, because I think that's pretty great, Sarah Bellum. All right. Mama says She-Ra is cool, Robyn is not. Yeah, that's true. Not the Dell.
Yes, I'm She-Ra, the alter ego.
I'm gonna have fun with this. I'm telling you, I'm so excited. I'm like, oh, anytime I have to do a Robyn voice, I have She-Ra to do it for me. Her outfit's really very Robyn too. Kind of tattered and torn looking. Shreds of thing, but with also glitter. Basically, let's just say tacky. Fits. All right. Yeah, the female character from He-Man. See, Sarah, I never watched it, so I have no idea. All right, 555 in the chat. Hello, everybody. Welcome. And 354 likes. You guys are amazing. I love you all. All right, let's talk about it now. Let's talk about it. All right. Oh, Coffee Buzz. Hello, welcome. Robyn's action figure comes with different eyebrows to pick from. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna draw cry brows on her. We'll do that. I'll have that for next time. I'll get a good Sharpie. Very good, very dark brown Sharpie, and get some caterpillars on there. Make it more appropriate. Yes. I wonder if they like start to bend down as She-Ra, the protector part of herself. I'm not sure. 354. I'm a cat. That's exciting. Doc Karen. Oh, it just jumped ahead. Okay. Doc Karen said she just watched Sarah drop a few F-bombs. Oh, goodness. This is freaking hilarious. Shiva is the twin sister of He-Man. What? Shiva? Did She-Ra get kicked out and Shiva came in? Lisa was 365 in the likes. Hello. Auntie says it's going to take too much money to develop Coyote Pass. Yeah, I mean, that's a really good point, right? Because they don't have running electricity and water. That, like, we saw Cody talking about the electricity company having to come out and all these different, having it being assessed and all that to run all those lines. It wasn't prepared to be developed on. It could be, but it wasn't prepared to be developed on. So they had to have somebody. It's expensive. That is expensive. And was it gonna get water or not? Because it wasn't until Cody and Robyn were selling their house that I didn't realize they didn't have running water in their house. They had some sort of tank system and they had to keep going into town and buying water or having water delivered from town and pour it into their tanks to have kitchen water and their toilets flush. You know how rotten it is when you like lose water or power for a day and you're trying to like, oh, okay, we'll wait on this, or wait, let's go see if we have some water bottles to fill up the tank of the toilet again. And they lived like that. And they want to get what? $1.6 million for that house that doesn't have running water? No, thank you. No, thank you. It also didn't have central air. There's no central air. We thought the central air was broken when we saw the air conditioning units in the upstairs bedrooms a little while back. No, it's just there's no central air. And then the upstairs rooms probably got really hot in certain days of the year. So they had to put individual air conditioners up there, which is fine. Put an air conditioner in your window. That's fine. My upstairs bedroom is considerably hotter than all the other rooms in the house. So I have a separate, it's not in the window, but it's like a freestanding unit that connects out to the window just to cool it down because the rest of the house is cooler. And rather than make the whole house cold so that the bedroom is cool, it just made sense to do that. I kind of thought maybe that was going on with their situation too, but no central air. No central air, no running water. 1.6 million. All right, we'll see. I don't know. Hard to believe. Oh. See, now all you people, Carrie and I love the She-Ra cartoon as she was a kid. Maybe she sees Christine as Catra, She-Ra's arch nemesis. See, let me write that down. Catra. I think I have this because I went on Wikipedia and started to read about She-Ra. Catra, the arch nemesis. Yeah, that would definitely be Christine because she does not like Christine. All you people, LaShonda, I've never watched She-Ra. He-Man. Yeah. Am I wrong? I thought I heard they paid off Coyote Pass past June. Yeah, they did. Cody did end up taking out a loan for like $150,000 or something like that. And they paid it off like a day or two before the note was due. So nothing like waiting to the last minute. I mean, he said on the episode, I'll wait until it's due and then I'll take care of it. And she doesn't need to know anything about it. That really bothered me. That really bothered me. That video is coming out tomorrow, maybe? I hate to have everybody watching this tomorrow and then also put that out tomorrow because I don't want to bombard people with content. But I do believe there's going to be 2 parts to my review, possibly 3. We'll see how long part 2 ends up being. Janelle definitely has a good heart, Buc-ee says, when it comes to the fairness of it all. Yes, absolutely. She just, she's so good. So I wrote in my review, I said, she's good to the core. And she just wants to do what's right. But that's what she's always wanted. That's how she got herself into this predicament. That's why I just have this anger and angst inside of me because I just believe in the end good will survive over evil. And it's not happening right now for Janelle, because Janelle was as good could be, as pure as snow, as fair as everything. Take my money. You need it more than me. If you say you need it. She lived practically like a pauper compared to Robyn. And came right out and said, we've always believed our family. But I think the OG3 were good about that. I think they were really good about saying, I need this now. Okay, our money's going to go there. Now, this kid needs it. This one of my child needs this. Okay, everyone's funds are going to go there. I think it was all pulled together. I am starting to believe, based on this last episode too, that for a while, Janelle was no longer in charge of the finances. I do believe she probably did the taxes, because there's no way Cody would be able to figure that out, or he probably even wanted to pay anybody to do it. I actually hope they did pay somebody to do it, because I would love for there to be like some sort of review of it, but I don't want Janelle getting in trouble. So, but listening to the way they were talking, it really made it sound like it's right around the time that Robyn came into the family. Janelle said suddenly everything switched from we just put all our money together and pay for what things need to be done. And we did know that early on when the season started, the money got pretty much pooled. Like this, Janelle would pay for the mortgage for the house because they were all together. So it made more sense. They lived in one home. So Janelle would pay for the mortgage and the utilities out of her income, and Cody would pay for something, I don't remember what, and then smaller bills the individual mothers would pay for. I never really understood Christine's because she didn't really have a job, but then she did kind of have a part-time job. But then that's not really fair if they have her watching, teaching, homeschooling, and feeding all the kids all day long, and then she goes to work at night. And whatever money she gets is hers when everyone else can have like a real comfortable evening of sleep because they just have a normal work day. I never really understood that. I really, really would love to sit down and get the details of how that all worked out with the finances. But there is some footage of Cody, all of the wives, really talking about how finances were split at the beginning. And then for the longest time, everybody was saying that the wives who had their own businesses, that money was theirs, but all their money went into a family fund that was the TLC fund. I think it definitely started out that way because that would be closest to how they lived their lives before TLC ever existed. But at some point, I believe that separated or went into the family fund just for a short period of time until it got disseminated out, because it does seem like for the past few years the way it's been is each person got their 1/5 portion of the TLC fund, the big paycheck that they gave them for each episode, and it got divided up amongst all of them.
7:47 p.m.
7:47 p.m. My watch is talking to me. So, which is what makes it crazy that Cody and Robyn living in that house together got essentially double the money than the other wives got. Because there was the two of them. But then Cody in this thing says, oh, my money, I paid for things. I paid for, and all of this is in the video that's coming out, you'll see. But he claims he bought, I provided cars for all the kids, and I took care of the insurance. So yeah, that was my responsibility. I'm like, okay, so like Christine and Janelle, who each had 6 kids, they had to pay for their mortgage and their utilities and the expenses of all the kids and raising and the food and everything out of their portion, their 1/5 of the TLC money. And Robyn, essentially having the same amount of money, would pay for hers. But then Cody had the exact same amount of money. He didn't have any mortgage to pay for, food or all that stuff. He ate whatever was in the other wives' houses. So where did all his money go? Well, we know he had 1 million toys that he bought. But he claims it was because he had to buy the cars for the kids. He bought them junkers. We saw it. It's on film. He bought them junkers. And I also pointed out the fact that he kicks them out of the house when they're 18. So you get a car when you're 16, if you're lucky. Not all my kids got cars when they were 16. Actually, all my kids, now that I think about it, bought their first cars. They had to save up when they were 16 years old to get their car. I did pay for the insurance, but they had to buy their car. So yeah, they got junkers too. It's what keeps your kids close to home so they don't do big road trips. Oh, it's hot in here. Okay, I'm going to turn the fan on. The light's going to go on too. I think I'm going to turn the fan on. Let me see if the fan turns on when I do this. What are you doing on the couch? Oh, shoot. No. Forget it. I'm not. It's the tiny little... I have to get up on a chair, and this chair swivels, so if I get up on it, I'll probably fall down. So we're just going to sweat it out. It was supposed to be getting cooler. What's up with this? Okay. I'm also trying to keep it up because there's a clicking sound that drives everybody crazy, and I feel bad about that, but I've tried to fix it as many times as possible. It's not the chains that are clicking, it's the actual fan, something in the fan, I think, with the motor. So time for a new fan. 364 Trish Mansfield, hello, welcome. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. It may have been the grand opening of that Takeda. It's like the name of a... She explained the name of it too. I don't even remember. You could tell. I was so into, I want to get a t-shirt off her website that I was like quickly reading through all the stuff. I don't know, it's like the name of a tree or something. I don't know. All right. Paid off, yes, but Cody's name, yeah, Cody's name is still on everything. Hi, Twyla. Welcome to your first live. I think Christine was hounding Janelle to get her share because she wanted her to get her money before child support does their calculations. Oh. Yeah, she probably knew that was coming because that takes a while to, I mean, her lawyer had to have done a lot of digging and research before he filed all that information. Now, but we have to remember, Christine just did it now, and what we're watching on TV was 2 years ago. I don't know if 2 years ago she was already thinking of suing him, to be honest with you. This is the problem with TLC. That literally was September of 2022 that we're watching. Unbelievable. It just makes my head spin. It really does. Hello, Anne from Oregon. If I were Janelle, I would put 20 trailers on my property and turn Coyote Pass into a ghetto. Yeah, and you know what? Now that it's paid off, she can. Before there was some sort of contingency in the document. Now, I'm not 100% sure if that's because of the landowner or if they were part of kind of a HOA, but they called it something else, HSA or something. And so there were a few restrictions, and one of the restrictions was that Janelle could only keep the camper on there for 6 months. But she could do it for 6 months. The rest of the neighbors might not be happy, but okay. Lisa says, hooray for Janelle's farm. Scarlett's upset that he paid it off because she wanted karma to get him. Yeah. I mean, at least this way, Janelle and Mary will get something. But it's completely in Cody's control how much he's going to give them. Because where Mary was going to get 2 acres, the way it's legally set up right now, on the 4-acre lot, it is Cody and Janelle and Mary all together. So let's see here. 4 divided by 3. They get 1.3 acres apiece. They only get 1.3 acres. If he says, oh, well, my name's on there too, I'm going to take my portion. I mean, I can see him doing that. He's a dick. Sorry. He's horrible. He's horrible. So I can totally see him doing that. And then on Janelle's individual 2 acres, him saying, I'm taking one of those. You only get one of those acres. He could. Why did he put his name on everything? Because I think in Vegas his name was on nothing. And I think he felt a little loss of control from that. And he knew that Christine kind of felt like she had a foot out the door. And Mary definitely had her foot out the door. And so I think this was his way of protecting himself. I'm going to put my name on everything. And I'm going to get Robyn's name on as much as I possibly can. Because even before, she ended up with just her name and Cody's. Cody's on everything. But it's just her name now on Christine's 5 acres. And it's just her name on her 2 acres. So she has 7 acres of land with her name on it. But, let's see. So that would have been 5 acres of land. So she would have had 1.6 acres there, plus her 2 acres, which would have been 3.6. Before any of this happened. But because all Christine did, I couldn't understand why Christine would allow the paperwork to go through where she would sign over her property to Robyn and Cody. Why she wouldn't have it just be Cody, especially with how much she didn't get along with Robyn at the time. But I didn't realize at the time, or I'd forgotten. I remember like a couple years ago when this all started, but her name is on the parcel with Robyn and Cody already. The 3 of them are on the same piece of land. So they were going to split it up differently afterwards. Now, had they split it up before all this went down, and it would have been the 5 different parcels as opposed to the 4 that they have now, which is what Cody wanted to do, because, there's going to be the family lot too. I wonder if Cody would have kept his name on all of them. That would have been interesting. Because he would have had a parcel with just his own name on it. So they could have been like, well, why do you need your name on ours? Although Christine kept saying she loved the fact that his name was on something with her because it was always just her. And she didn't like that she was always a single mom whenever she filled out any paperwork. So it made her happy to be with Cody. Isn't that sad? Like, that's literally where her mindset was. I want him on it with me because nothing's ever ours together. And he just messed everything up. Nanaya. Robyn messed up everything and didn't help fix anything. Yes. All right. Hello, Follow the White Rabbit. Good to have you here. Kim wants to know if anyone thinks Cody would possibly end up doing jail time for money laundering or tax fraud stuff, especially with Christine filing a lawsuit. I think the possibility of this going wrong and bad is high. I personally think he is going to settle out of court so it doesn't go to court because he's not going to want to disclose financial information. So that's what I think. And this is where I get nervous for Janelle, because if Janelle is the tax preparer for them, I feel like that's not true, because I had a tax preparer when I was like in high school that my mother used. And I remember coming back from high school / college. I got back from college once and I owed like $300 some for taxes. And it was because he didn't file one of my jobs. I had a couple different little part-time jobs, worked at the library, worked here. One of those jobs, he didn't submit the W-2 on the form, didn't include it at all. Like I didn't work that job at all. Somehow the government figured it out, and they came and contacted him, and then he contacted my mom. I was at college at the time, and said, whoops. And so I asked my mom, I said, well, I don't understand. What did we do wrong? And she's like, well, nothing. I said, well, did he know about it? And she's like, he had the form. He apologized. He said that he's sorry he didn't submit it. Well, the vast amount of fees And everything, like I probably would have owed maybe $100 or something, but now I owed like $350 for late fee and just not, I mean, there was like this fee, that fee, plus the amount that I owed to begin with. And to pay all this money. All he did was like, she's like, well, he's going to do your taxes for free. Well, that was back in the late 80s, right? I mean, my taxes, it cost $50 for him to do my taxes. $350 was a lot of money to a college student back in the 80s, early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. So, with that little bit of knowledge, it appears that he wasn't culpable at all. And you know what? It does say something like you still do, even if you have a tax preparer, you still take responsibility. There's something on there. And I remember my mom pointed that out. He's like, oh, well, there's this thing that we sign that says we're responsible. If we're responsible, why are we using a tax guy? Or we just try to do it ourselves. We can screw it up as much as he can. We don't have to pay him. All right. I didn't go to him. I did use him that next year for free, and then I never went back. All right. Oh, drinking words tonight. Yes, let us know what our drinking words are tonight. I almost got myself a good drink tonight, but I have to get up really early. I have a very early doctor's appointment before I have to start work doing speech therapy tomorrow, so I probably thought it best that I won't. So instead, to treat myself, this is full diet cherry Pepsi, which I never drink. I normally drink, it's all water with like a flavored something in it, and then a splash of diet cherry Pepsi at top. But I wanted to treat myself today to make myself happy because I knew this was not be a happy topic. All right. Cody be very popular in jail with that girly hair. Yes, I think you talk about a way to get him to shave it off. That would be it. Send him to jail. Oh. Thor's paralegal. Are you really a paralegal? You know lawyers? Robyn has a fight on her hands with money with Janelle. She better not underestimate Mama Bear. Janelle has experienced real life without Cody coddling her every time she needs a tissue like Robyn. That's true. And she, I think, is ready to put the dukes up and really start to fight back now. And it seems very clear from this episode, doesn't it, with Maddie, that her kids are really pushing her. Probably Caleb as well, I would say. I bet Caleb is also in her ear saying, this isn't right. You need to get what's yours. But I'm sure all her boys are saying the same thing as well. But definitely Maddie is. And she would just say in general that my kids are upset with me. Lisa Hauserman, I'm so glad you're here. 346 in the likes. Thank you everybody for hitting the like button. You're amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, here's a good question. Thank you, Artie. Robyn saying the mansion was meant for the family. Where was the family mansion when Janelle and Savannah were staying in the trailer? Right? And where was this family mansion when Mary got kicked out of her other home that she was first in Flagstaff and didn't have a place to go to? How come she couldn't go stay with Robyn in her massive house? No, she had to go drive all the way into town and get herself an apartment. Hi, Rosalind Davis. Good to see you. Yeah, we need to send Jenny a worn out Barbie in a floral blouse looking tired with effed up eyebrows for crybrows. Yeah, that's true. I did decide after I got my She-Ra, I can keep my eyes open for some spaghetti-haired Shirley Temple looking Dell that can be my Cody when I need to impersonate Cody. All right. What did She-Ra ever do to deserve this? I know. Oh, goodness. Auntie points out there are 605 in the chat and 375 likes. That's amazing. Hit those like buttons, people. I appreciate you. All right. It's the name I use at bars for creepy people. That's brilliant, Cerebellum. And if you're at a bar and people are drinking, they probably don't even put 2 and 2 together. And they just probably think that's your name. Cerebellum. I love it. It's brilliant. And if anybody at the bar can figure it out right away and go, clever, I like that, then you know that, okay, this guy's got it together. It's a litmus test. All right. Oh, I think I have a purple bed. No, it's blue. It's blue. I should get some purple paint. I have a Barbie bed, but it's blue. I have a box of Barbie stuff still. I have Barbies. I should see if I have other Barbies that look like any of the other wives. Can Janelle use Robyn's words of family house as evidence to aid her in getting what she's owed for that house? I think so. I just don't know if she gave up on the lawsuit and if she can go back and do it again. Like, I don't know, there's double jeopardy criminal trials, but I don't know if there is in regular stuff. And I don't even know if it ever really went to court because we're just seeing the beginning of it. And this was 2 years ago. So probably not, because it probably would be all over social media, just like it is right now that Christine just filed. Had Janelle filed 2 years ago, we'd know about it. So I don't think it ever got to the point of filing. I feel like Cody gave in and now Christine's going for her portion, which I love. Cody got his cars from auction, so they might have been nicer cars, but they were cheap. Yeah, you can get anything from an auction, anything from a nice car to a beater car. The catch is, when you get it from the auction, you don't get to do a full mechanical inspection on it. And that's probably why his cars all kept breaking down on him. He probably just made poor choices, which he does all the time. All his deals that he makes with everybody and everything. It's just never worked out for him. He always thinks he's clever, but he's not. Oh, like with the jewelry line, with the property. I'm sure with these cars, he's probably getting taken for that too. All right. She looks more like He-Man than She-Ra. She kind of does. Oh. It's a shame that this happened after all the other kids are grown. Because could you imagine Cody being taken for not custody, well, partial custody or whatnot, but having to pay child support on multiple kids if the wives would have left sooner than they did. This is why he was nice to them until the kids were older. Maybe that's why. Well, I just always thought that he just loved the little kids because they worshipped him. And then when they got opinions and thoughts, he didn't have anything to do with them anymore. But maybe he's just that clever and conniving. I'm just not going to do anything with them after they're at the age that they can no longer collect child support from me. Because he got evil as soon as he really didn't have it. There was Truly and Savannah left. That was it. And they were two separate wives, so that would have been two separate situations. Yeah. I could see that being. Wow, I didn't think of that until just now. This could have been his plan all along, which is great that Christine is doing this because she's basically saying, oh, this is the last one, and guess what? You're not getting away with it. You've gotten away with too much for too long. Not anymore. I've also heard theories that Christine filed this because she started seeing, somebody said right after first episode, or right after the house was listed and you could see all the art and everything in there, it was her saying, whoa, look how they're spending money hand over fist, and yet I'm getting nothing for Truly. But I don't think so, because I just think it takes too long to develop the briefs and get the paperwork together, and their family is so complicated with the situation that he probably had to do some really digging and diving into finances, and I think that they were working on this long before the season began. Michelle Lee. Hello. Thank you. If you need a Cody doll to go with She-Ra, just use a bald baby and glue a couple bags of ramen on his head. That's my favorite one I should do. That's a good one. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that, Michelle Lee. Yeah, I'm going to eventually get my own so that we'll have a whole dialogue going when the two of them are talking. I don't understand. Have we had an episode where she hasn't said, I don't know, or I don't understand? I don't understand. That was the kicker too, is that there's two things wrong with that line at that point. Two things. I didn't actually explain the one end of it. I just put a little video clip from a show because I'm like, I didn't even address this path. I was saying so much and I still miss stuff in my reviews. So she says, well now, so apparently Janelle has come back to them and said, I want my money out of your house. Which could be why they're selling it. Because the only way they can give her money out of the house is to sell the house. Because they don't have any extra money. It's not like, oh, well, you put X amount of dollars into this, so we'll just take it out of this IRA or this savings or this whatever. I don't think they save anything. They can't if they had to take out a loan for $150,000 to pay off the rest of the land. So when, according to Robyn, Janelle had come to her and said, I want the money back that I gave you for the house. So here's Robyn saying, well, how do you even figure that out? Because we always work together and put everything together. And then, like, how would we even know? Okay, two things wrong with that. One, very simple. What was on the check that Janelle gave you? Problem solved. What do you mean, how would you know? It's very simple. What money came from Janelle after the sale of her house? She sold her house. She gave you money. How much? Can solve that one in 5 minutes. But Robyn's totally confused. How would we even figure that out? I don't know. And here's a third part. I haven't even said the second part yet, but I just thought of a third part. The fact that she's just saying, rather than, right, what is true? The other wives did contribute to the purchase of this house, and it has my name on it, and they're now leaving the family, so we have to figure something out. Like, what are we going to do to go back and figure this out so that I could see what's theirs is theirs? I mean, these are words that obviously would never come out of Robyn's mouth, but one would think that that's what a logical and fair person would do, is say, okay, well, what's your portion? She's not going to do that at all. And she keeps reiterating as she's talking about this, about how they chose to leave and how they chose to no longer be financially a part of the family. So, like, it's the family home, but you chose to leave the family so you don't get anything that's in the family home because you're no longer part of the family. So this is how she's trying to set it up, but she just looks a fool and like an idiot when she does it. It's like, how are we ever going to figure out what they put in it? But the kicker, and this I did have in the video, the kicker of it all, when it's like, well, how much did, we always just worked together and contributed together. Robyn never worked. In terms of everyone working together, it was everyone working together to pool their money together to pay off Robyn's debt. It was everyone working together to pool their money together to buy her a separate house away from the rest of the family because she didn't want to live with them when she first got married. And that she would have her next house. Everything Robyn has, she hasn't worked for. So on so many levels, that statement was so wrong that I was just, see, this is where I start sweating again. Just starts to boil my blood. The words coming out of her mouth, I'm flabbergasted. Just flabbergasted by. All right. Whew, I'm gonna look at the chat. Tracy's Fractured History says that we are going to find Robyn working at Waffle House in the next year. I hope so. Oh, Maria Vita. Robyn was dumb by saying that was the family home because it was mostly Janelle's money that bought that house. Yeah. Janelle and Mary, they both gave the proceeds from their houses in Vegas to buy that house. I don't know which one had more equity in their house, but they both deserve money back from that house. Yeah, right, Kathy. See? Yeah, on the same wavelength. Robyn, how can you work together when you don't have a job? You can't. Robyn's magic money. Oh, goodness. All right. Robyn is not fair or logical. Kimberly, I wonder if TLC made Christine wait until the first episode aired to file to drum up interest for the season. She could have been prepared to file for months. I doubt it, but I wouldn't be surprised because I bet TLC would not want to dip their toes into the personal finances of the family for fear of being sued by another party. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if she had this all ready to go and she waited until the season started to put it out so that it became blatantly aware. Somebody mentioned too that her social media is totally blowing up. She's getting 1 million followers. I don't know if it's 1 million, but she's getting a ton of followers now. So that worked for her, in her favor too. All right. Candace Parker. Okay, well stated. You should be a writer. Robyn is no She-Ra. If we're pretending, she's a home-wrecking Donkey Kong, hurling barrels at the other sister wives, trying to reach their ramen noodle prince. Janelle took out her retirement money to go towards Robyn and Cody's home. Yeah, actually, Tina, I think the retirement money helped pay for their Vegas homes. I think it helped pay for the Vegas homes at that time. I'm trying to remember. I think it was prior to Flagstaff, but she did cash in her entire 401k to help pay for something that wasn't hers. See, like, so wrong. This is so wrong. Their credit's awful. Yeah, how'd they get a $150,000 loan? That'll be interesting to see. I don't know. I mean, these houses that everyone says that they're looking at, I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't see how they're capable. They have to show, and now with the lawsuit, that was the other part about it, is that that was really good timing too. As soon as they decide to put the house on the market and maybe buy another house, that Christine's like, let's see. I don't think she can put a lien on it. Like the government might be able to. I don't think she can because she has no claim on the house. Yeah, that's a good point, Katie. The house went up in value. She should get a percentage of what the increase in value is, percentage-wise. She'll never get that. I just want them to get back what's theirs. More? Even better. Oh, goodness. Mama Squirrel. I'm on my phone. The chat is fast. Yeah, a lot of you chatting in here. I love how you're all chatting in here. Keep chatting. Keep chatting. Mine keeps bouncing ahead too, but that's okay. Oh, let me hit my... What I forget to tell everybody else, hit live chat up at the top. It puts it in chronological order. Top chat, what it defaults to is not chronological order. Okay. Oh, sister. I like your name. You know what Robyn's job is? Not rejecting his affection. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And it's paid well for her over the years, hasn't it? I mean, she's cashed in. Gotta say, she claimed, why sometimes I say, gosh, sometimes I think she is so dumb. And then other times I think, no, she's so smart. Street smart. Conniving. Yeah. See why Janelle is so angry? Absolutely. Inheritance, she went to buy the Lehigh house. Yeah, that is how you spell it. Follow the white rabbit. Somebody wrote in here, are you the follow the white rabbit? You might be thinking of down the rabbit hole. The down the rabbit hole. Similar name. So like the inheritance she got helped with the Lehigh house. Her 401k helped with the Vegas homes. And then the sale and profit from just her house, because I mean it helped with all the houses there, but just with her house, she gave that up for Robyn's house. And she just give. What comes around goes around. She's gonna make a killing on those t-shirts. I'm telling you, she is a killing, which I love even more because do you remember back when they had the Sister Wives Closet and it was making no money? I mean, that's the whole time. That doesn't help you whatsoever, does it? Okay, so it was near the beginning of it and they were doing trade shows and things. It was making no money and Cody was getting frustrated. He's calling it a hobby and Robyn kept crying and complaining. And the only reason it's not making money is because everybody's not working hard enough. Everyone else is not working hard enough on my business. At any rate, somebody, I think it was Christine, had the idea of doing some t-shirts, my sister wives t-shirts and something else. And Cody was like, we are not cheapening this brand. First of all, you couldn't cheapen the brand anymore if you saw the quality. And I don't even know about quality because I've never actually held the piece or looked at the kind of silver it uses. But the design, the tackiness of the aesthetics of the designs, it makes it look like it's Claire's cheap jewelry. No offense to anyone named Claire out there, just referring to the cheap store in the malls. So they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it at all. So now wouldn't it be amazing if Janelle becomes a millionaire off the sale of t-shirts? It'd be so great. Plus, obviously, she's going to sell whatever other stuff she has at her Takeda Farms that she starts to grow. Oh, that's on the East Coast. That makes more sense. Once that's up and going, I should go visit. I should blog from around there. Get like an Airbnb nearby and go and video, and I'm sure they'll have a gift shop. I can get a t-shirt even if I can't order one online. Ooh, I'm getting excited about this now. I don't even know if it would be up and running in the winter. I know North Carolina, they get ice storms in the winter, but I don't know. So I don't know if their growing season, if they have a winter growing season or not, or if it's standard like the rest of the Midwest where winter's just, we're not growing anything and you have to wait until spring, summer, and fall. Oh, I'm getting excited about that idea now. That would be fun. Okay. Okay. Robyn's job was Cody whispering. Yeah. I think Christine waited. She was done traveling for the school year to file. Yeah, that could be. She was also waiting for things to ease up before she actually did the filing. Yeah. Over 500 likes. Thank you, everybody who hit the like button. I appreciate you. If you haven't yet, hit the like button. All right. Sha Renee, OMG, glad I found you. This is good. You are on point. I had the exact feelings about why they're selling the family home. Yeah, they might need to get that money to give to Janelle. Maybe it would make sense. Sometimes these court things last a long time. So 2 years ago, she could have filed it. They could have settled, but it could have taken a certain amount of time. Now, usually when you settle, though, they do put a limited timeline on it, like you have to pay back within 6 months. But if it's clear if they were trying to settle out of court and they looked at the finances and the lawyer's like, listen, they have nothing other than that house and all the junk in it, which is their investments. that they have hanging on the wall. So I guess Cody actually referred to that to Janelle. He keeps buying, was it investments? There was another word he used that she said. When Maddie's like, well, why couldn't he pay off the land? What other debts could he possibly, where's his money? He's investing in things. Not in futures or, the market or anything like that. Anything that actually accumulates. I can't imagine that art is going to increase in value. I can't imagine it. Okay. Shouldn't that lawsuit freeze the sale of the house? I don't know. Now that's a good question. I don't know enough about, I've never sued anyone. I mean, I kind of did. We had tenants when we were renting an old house that we couldn't sell because all of a sudden it was a bad time in the market. So we had to rent it for a little bit and they were way behind, like well over $1,000 they owed us. So we ended up having to, but that was really small, like small claims court kind of situation. And so I'm not that familiar with anything that's on a bigger scale like this. I haven't been involved in, knock on wood, I haven't been sued. My fake wood desk. Oh, you think he has a balloon mortgage? That's interesting. Well, that would also explain why they don't have much money coming out of it either. Probably didn't have, if it's a balloon mortgage, that means they also basically have been paying mostly interest so far. So they wouldn't have a whole lot of equity built up in that house. And they've had different second mortgages that they've taken out on the house and then paid off and then taken out and paid off. So I'm guessing like they don't have any money and then they take out a second mortgage on the house and then it comes time for TLC to pay them for the year. So then they got that extra money, then they pay off the loan, but then they don't have money again. I don't know. I don't know, but Robyn's still buying all this designer stuff and they still had a nanny this whole time. The money management is ridiculous with Cody and I was going to say in that family, but no, with Cody and Robyn. They need to pay off some creditors. Yeah, like for what? More credit cards maybe? Maybe she's still doing shopping even though she claimed she's really, really good at money management and budgeting now. I learned when I went through my divorce how to do budgeting I learned when I went through my divorce how to do budgeting very, very well. Doubt it. It's funny, Mama Squirrel. Even Robyn with her taste won't wear a Sister Wife shirt. Yeah, we don't see her wearing it, do we? Oh, that's funny. All right. Since you didn't know, I grew up with a mother exactly like Robyn. I feel bad for her daughters. They are over 18 in age, but mentally teenagers, maybe. They did look like they were mentally teenagers, didn't they? I was saying that on Monday night and when I was doing my video too. Or, I mean, it was like you're watching the video and Robyn herself is just a downer to watch, She's just like, I don't know. But then her daughters came on. Before they even said a word, it was just like, it got so heavy and depressing and thick and it was just, I mean, it felt like somebody passed away with the energy that was in the room with the two of them, like, I don't know. And all I know is what Robyn tells them. So that's why they're behaving the way they are. They know no better. Assets, that's it. Assets. Cody keeps collecting assets. It's only an asset if it's going to be worth something when you sell it. I don't know who's going to buy it. I mean, especially since the artist still lives. He can still make stuff. I don't know. That's My Shoe thinks they probably made more on the show than we know. Yeah, they probably did pretty good on that show. I will agree. They're cleaning up at TLC. That being said, TLC is one of the lowest paying networks out of all of them. But even at that, even though it's the lowest paying network out of everybody, it's still a ton of money, way more than I see in a year. They're not originals, they're reproductions. Are they really reproductions? So who's going to buy a She's a Dave Ramsey of the family, don't you know? Yep. It's Robyn's job now. Money Manager 101. A nanny is Robyn's non-negotiable. Yeah. I wonder if she still has a nanny now that those kids are double digits in age, or like 10 and 12 or something like that. 10 and 14, something around there. Do you think she still has a nanny? And she has like, what, a 22, 24, 27-year-old also living there? Do you think she still needs her nanny? I mean, she might switch the nanny over to a housekeeper. Okay. The other women were really good with living on a budget. Yeah. See, here's the difference between them. She claims, oh, I had hard knocks when I was first married, but then I learned through my divorce how to handle money. Like, these three women really had hard knocks too. They were all living in a trailer together, all three of them, in a 3-bedroom trailer for years. And then they started having kids and they were still in the trailer. And then eventually they moved to like this home and that home, and then different houses on the property up in Wyoming, I believe it was. And then they moved around. But when they were in Lehigh, they still had 13 kids in that house. It still was tight. So I don't know. Oops, I lost my chat. There we go. They learned how to live on a budget, and they learned how to live sacrificially. They lived for their kids. They gave for the kids first. And they also learned, definitely Janelle, that if somebody else has a need, they get the money. These are concepts Robyn didn't get at all. Yeah, they're putting money into stupid stuff to hide it. Yeah, I just don't know if they're ever going to get it out again. And how do you go about finding all the stuff they recently bought? Well, I'm sure it's all put on credit cards, right? Or maybe not. Maybe he's just taking cash and paying cash for everything. See, this is where you need a forensic accountant. You need somebody to go in and see, okay, you earned this much from TLC. And with your credit cards, it looks like, and your mortgage and your utilities, here's everything you have going out. Where is the rest of this $75,000 that's unaccounted for? Like number 559. Thank you so much, Dino Lisa. Robyn had Victoria's Secret debt, but her kids didn't have a crib. Great point. I really never put those two pieces of information together before, Stella. That's a really good point. She claimed her kids she couldn't even afford a crib, but she had all that debt. $30,000 worth of debt. I think about 10 to 15,000 of it was all Victoria's Secret. Oh, goodness. Yeah, now TLC is paying them all separately. It used to go to the LLC, the Brown family LLC, and it doesn't now. Now Cody and Robyn created another LLC that their two money will go into that LLC, and then the other wives, they probably have one too. I'm not sure. Hi, Can Do. Thank you for hitting the like button, number 562. All right. Yeah, Mary, very good question. When you look at the house that Robyn lives in right now, it is so dark and depressing and brown, but not just brown, because like I have tan walls that I'm slowly working on brightening up a little bit. None of them are like almost like a poopy brown color on that one living room wall, and that they're very odd, dark browns, very 1980s dark brown colors. Never updated. No, I mean, how can you update when you had that much junk in your house? I mean, they could have updated it as soon as they bought it, but they didn't. And because they didn't, then they started accumulating everything. We saw it after it was cleaned up for the cameras to come, and it was a disaster. Could you imagine her having to clean out the room to have somebody paint a wall in that? I can't believe the realtor didn't make them paint everything white. I can't believe it, because it would look so much better. Just a plain white blank canvas that people can look at it and say, oh, I really like this, and I would do this here and do this here and do this here. I think that brown is so off-putting. Okay. That's my shoe. Robyn does calculus, but can't figure out how much she owes Janelle. It's so true. Tina Cook, you guys are so funny. Robyn's budgeting is having signs on her refrigerator. Ask for food before opening. That's how she keeps track of everything. Oh, goodness. Oh, even though Robyn says it wasn't her debt, she only took responsibility to keep the peace. Yeah, she said that, but the court records show otherwise. The stores, there's a list of the different stores in the court records that they were from, and that's why I found out that it was like 10 or 50. I always thought it was $30,000 of Victoria's Secret debt, but it wasn't. It was just that was the most blatant of, like, how could you have thousands of dollars of Victoria's Secret debt and claim that you didn't have heat or cribs in your trailer that you were living in? Made no sense. It really was about 10, I can't remember exactly, but about $10,000 or $15,000 worth of Victoria's Secret. There was another women's clothing store. They were basically all clothing stores. She got gift certificates, store credit cards at all these different clothing stores. Probably was shopping online, and it said, hey, would you like 30% off your purchase? I will give you the credit card. And she's like, sure, and I'll order more stuff because I'm getting 30% off. And then once she had the credit card, she couldn't control herself. It's like an addictive behavior. She claims she learned, but yet look at her. Look how they blew money and how they have how can you have no money? How do you prepare for the future? How do you save when something goes wrong? TLC will not last forever. Does she think the show's going on for another decade? It's not. It's not. I mean, I know they have a contract for 3 years, but I don't know if the language is written in such a way that it is talent friendly. I would think TLC has like almost given them a retainer that they hold on to them for 3 years with the promise that they would also like to do shows. But I don't think there's guaranteed money for that many years. I think it's more like, let's sign a contract that we're both interested in doing this, but should something go awry, this contract may have to be voided. That's what I think. Mold can grow on canvases too. Maybe that's why they're moving. Maybe all their artwork is starting to have mold grow on it, and because they're all in the trees that Robyn can't live in, but she has for the past 7 years. She's too scared of the trees. We can't buy property in Cottonwood. Look at all the trees. I need Coyote Pass where it's all cleared out. And in the meantime, I'm buying that house up on a steep hill in the trees. You see how steep her drive is to go up to? That was the other thing she didn't like about Cottonwood. Steep drive to get up to where the houses are going to be built. I mean, you just can't make it up. The lies on the show and the contradictions are amazing. Oh, goodness. You're right, Cody's an idiot. Beaker face. She does the most amazing Beaker face. I haven't seen Beaker in a long time. I don't have little kids anymore. Robyn is an Eeyore with severe depression. It's funny. You imagine Eeyore with depression? He is the epitome of being a depressed. Okay. Well, that's true. Patty B. It could be right back to where it began, right? She could have a lot of credit card debt, which might make it brilliant that Janelle and Christine and Mary are getting out from underneath it, because who knows what's happening over there. I mean, I have no idea. The girls are brainwashed. I'm afraid so, LaShonda. Like, I teeter back and forth with being really frustrated with them and then also being really sorry for them, because, like, I don't know that they know any better. I think the older one, Aurora, still has that boyfriend that she was dating back on the show last year. I think she's still dating him now. So I see a marriage in the future there. She's well beyond marriage years in this faith. If they even celebrate the faith, let's talk about that for a second. Do you think that Robyn, and this question came up Sunday night when we were watching this live with the SOS supporters, anyone who's not a channel member, if you want to become a member, you get that little new heart next to your name, which will change to a number 1 after 1 month of being a member. And there's 3 different tiers. The highest tier level, we watch the show together live. Now, you don't see it on your screen because legally we're not allowed to do that, but you're watching it on your television live. I'm watching it on mine, and we're discussing and chatting throughout. Now, somebody brought up the question. What was I talking about? Somebody brought up the question. Oh, look at me, all distracted, turning into Cody. Senior brain. It'll come back. Oh. Hello, Peach. Good to see you. Hi, Brandy. Someone in another live somewhere said Robyn gives off serial killer vibes by isolating Cody and the other kid. I mean, yeah. Definitely very controlling vibes too. I don't think she wants them to grow up. I think she's in complete denial. I think, it wouldn't surprise me if they're looking for a house that has like an in-law suite in it, that Aurora and her soon-to-be husband, I don't know, she's not even engaged, but if she's been dating him for a few years, unless he breaks it off, I would think that definitely she would want her to be very close nearby, because she knows she wanted a big family and all that. So if Aurora takes off, so that's my dream. I need Aurora to break away. I need her to think on her own. I need her to marry somebody who... Now, the boy she was dating was from another state. But oftentimes when people are from 2 different states, they end up moving to the state where the wife is. And I think that's largely because in general, not everybody, but in general, daughters tend to be closer with the families than the sons are. The sons are willing to be like, I'll go wherever. Plus, when daughters have babies, like having their mom watch them, it's just, they understand how they're going to raise them. Now, not everyone came from a family that they would want their moms to watch them. So I get that. But in generalizations, like I can see my daughters wanting to be close. Meanwhile, my one daughter lives 8 hours away. So much for that theory. But I could see my son like taking off and being in another country and being like, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, whatever. You want to move there? Okay. So, and maybe it's something just from the area in the Midwest where I live, but generally it does tend to be a Cody troll doll. That would be good. Yeah, I should keep my eyes open for troll dolls. Has to come my way though. Like it has to be sort of natural. Like when all of a sudden I was looking into She-Ra and then I popped up on the side of my thing that eBay was selling She-Ra dolls. That people were selling used. She's in pretty good shape actually. Her hair is like really good for being a used doll. I think I only paid $8 including shipping, so I didn't break the bank. And none of the money went to Robyn, so I'm fine with it. Janelle's retirement money went to use the first house in Lehigh. Yeah. That's how he got her to come there too. Her money, because they were separated and she was in Wyoming and he was in Utah with Christine and Mary at the time. Yep. And he found the house and said, hey, here's a great house. Cody didn't want Cottonwood because they could build without limitations. Coyote Pass poo-poo land has stipulations, only rental income homes. Well, Mary, I mean, there's a lot of misinformation out there on the internet about this. Cottonwood actually didn't have any limitations. That's why he liked it. That's why he wanted to go there. There were a lot of, not contingencies. I can't think of what the name of it was, but basically restrictions in the end that was on the Coyote Pass land. And so that was almost a deal breaker for them. They almost simply just didn't take Coyote Pass because he's like, I won't move with all of these regulations and restrictions. I want it to be free. In Cottonwood, you could do absolutely anything you wanted. There was no home association affiliated or anything. And there was a home association, but then there were also stipulations that the owner of the property had. And a lot of that had to do with the fact that these 4 lots were right next to each other and didn't want to have problems with one or the other. If he sells one and then this person does something funky with it, then how is he going to sell the rest of them? So he had a lot of restrictions on what to do. But because they were willing to buy all 4 parcels, he was willing to back down on all the restrictions that were put on the property. So I know people were saying that you could never build on there. I guess there was a content creator that was showing just certain segments or parts of the contract, but not the whole contract. I saw some of it posted on Reddit and that. And if you keep reading some of the stuff that's not highlighted, it also talks about the back house, if there's an in-law suite or a back house on the property, how many feet it needs to be from the house and all that. I'm like, well, if it's a rental, you're not going to have you're not going to have a mother-in-law suite, you know. So I just think the language that people are saying that said you could never build a house on that property was based on some of the information that was original to the document, and then they just had a lot of addendums on it, changes. So rather than change it all, it was like section S1A to S1C, this is going to be removed as long as the land is paid off in full by whatever date and they receive it, blah, 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 blah. The one thing that wasn't removed is the fact that they cannot build on the house until they own the land outright, which makes sense. You have to purchase because he was owner financing, that's why. Now, they could have gotten a loan from another bank to pay it off, but they couldn't afford to do that. See, they were owner financing with this guy because they couldn't afford to get a loan for the property and also be able to afford homes to live in the meantime until they paid it off. So they were able to get a lower interest rate by financing it with him. But in order to do that, they had to agree to some of the terms. Now, and part of the agreement was they said, we want all of these restrictions that you have taken off. So that was very clear. Even on the show, if you go back and watch it, they're very clear with the real estate agent. The agent's like, I know you don't want any contingencies on that. I'm working with the owner about getting them all taken off. It's all stated if you go back and watch the shows. There's no way that they bought property they could never put a private home on. There's no way, because not only Janelle's not that dumb. Like, I know Cody's pretty dumb, but Janelle's not that dumb. There's no way they would go that many years and realize they could never do that. 2, it looks really bad on the agency that was being represented on the show, and the agent who kept walking around with them, and they were showing the name of the agency. They would look terrible, and they would not get future business if they completely misled their clients. They would know if you would have been able to build on the home or not. So all of that's just debunk. It's somebody who's trying to be sensational online and just cut pieces of different things and blow it up and turn it into a story that doesn't exist, creating their own story for likes and hits and views. I disregard all of that. I 100% believe all the contingencies were removed. They were able to build on the property, but not until they bought it. So finally, for the last little bit that they owed on it, the $150,000 left, they were able to get a loan for that to then pay off the land. All right. That's my take on it all. Anyway, 605 likes. Aw, thanks for helping the channel. Yes, Len. Thank you all for hitting the like button. I appreciate you. All right. Robyn bought too much Wayfair. Yeah, anything you can buy online, she bought it. As well as, I don't know, where does she get all those sculptures and stuff from? And the art. Do they know that person who I think so. Wasn't that person who sells the art? Didn't he live in like Hawaii or something? Why do I feel like he lived in Hawaii? I don't know. I might be wrong on that. Okay. Oh, look at the time. 720 people in the chat. Woo woo. Hi, everybody. Okay. Texas. Oh, that just jumped ahead on me. Somebody. Texas, somebody said she likes her new heart. I think she's actually a new member that recently signed up, because when I was creating the name to stroll across at the very beginning, I remember there being a Texas in the name of one of them. I'm not going to be able to find it now. This chat is just... Oh, here we go. Texas Sherry. I'm proud of my new heart. Oh, I'm proud you got a heart, Texas Sherry. You know what? Let me also click here. We have Kathy Mosley. Thank you so much for the super chat. Wait, let me hit the heart, which is going to make it go away, but then I'll bring it back. Okay. Kathy says, Janelle should give Preston access to Coyote Pass. Then Biodad can see his kids on the hill. Kathy, that's brilliant. That would be so funny. Can you imagine if she sold her parcel to him? Let him just build a vacation home. That'd be so great. I just want to see my kids. That's all. I don't get a chance to see my kids, so I'm gonna do this instead. Uh-oh. I just closed out my chat. Hold on. I think I can bring it back. Let's see here. Live stream. Pop out. It's back. Yay. Okay. 590 concurrent viewers. That's the highest we've ever had at one point. My son, who doesn't do YouTube, he watches a lot of stuff on YouTube, but as a computer science major, knows a lot of stats and all that. And I remember him telling me when I had 100 concurrent viewers, that meaning, because so many people on lives, they come and they go and they come and they go and they come and they go. It's just the nature of lives. To have 100 people at one time all watching is really good numbers. And this side I had 590. 590 sister friends all at one point were on here together. That was like the highest number at one point. I just saw when I had to log back in, it showed me. All right. Kind of like Stepford children. They are kind of like Stepford children, aren't they? Oh, I closed out my chat. I don't think the chat's going to show up anymore. I just clicked on it and it's not showing up. I'm just going to have to read it to you. Well, we are almost done going through this. All right, what else have we not covered? Oh, there's so much on that. The amount of lies that Cody was telling. The situation with Maddie, how he's like, they stopped contacting me. And cut to Janelle, is like, he stopped contacting them. And whenever it's like him against anybody, he said, she said, I always think, who's the most trustworthy in this situation? Who would I believe? I don't even know if I need to hear both sides of the story. When I look at who the participants are, Cody and really pretty much anybody else, I believe the anybody else in the given situation. But I did have, when you see the video that I post, the first segment of my review, which will come out in the next day or two. When you see that, you'll see I do have another twist on the fact of, was he or was he not lying about Maddie? Maybe we could look at it both ways. Yes. Okay. Yes, Peach. He was contradicting himself in that episode, in episode 2, all the time. And some of the contradictions were from like previous statements from previous episodes or last season. But the contradicting was maddening. Hurt my head. Hurt my head. All right. Julianne says, I would really enjoy to review Notes to Self 444 YouTube. She grew up with Mary and Christine. Her spouse grew up with Robyn's family. Oh, I've never even heard of her. Let me write that down. Notes to Self 444. Okay, I'll look into it. I bet it would be interesting to see what she has to say. I'm assuming it's a she. Alaska Van Ars. He called Mary boring, but he probably meant Robyn. In all truth. Oh, I keep clicking on them, but you're not seeing them clicked. Just to explain, in order to do the chat, I have to go to another setting. I have to go into YouTube. I have to hit pop out chat. I have to have the chat pop out into another screen. Then there's a URL number, and I have to copy that, and I have to go back to OBS, and then I have to add a thing and a browser, and then I have to get rid of that URL and cut and paste a new URL and put the different times in there, and then I have to go into filters, and then I have to add a filter that says Luma key. It's just a lot of steps to get the chat to show up on the screen. And when I was trying to close out something else, I mistakenly closed out my chat. When I went to bring the chat back in, it's not working now because it probably assigned it a new URL. And so rather than waste 5 minutes of your time while I sit here going click, 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 I'll just read these jump in on the last couple things and read them out loud to you. All right. Side note says SG Johnson. Hello, SG Johnson. Am I the only one? I rewinded and enjoyed when everyone's names were being read because you have such a lovely ASMR type voice. That would be your first subscriber if you ever started an ASMR channel. Yeah, I probably would be highly successful at an ASMR channel because you are probably the 30th person who's told me that. I don't understand it. I don't hear that myself. But it must be true because ever since I started this channel, I'm getting that a lot from people. I mean, I have people who say they specifically put on some of my longer ones when they go to sleep at night to just listen to my voice to fall asleep, which could be an insult, but I'm going to take it as a compliment. Your voice puts me to sleep. Okay, if the OG3 wrote a sequel to Becoming Sister Wives, would the writing and editing be better? 100%. Because they'd get a real editor. 100%. And it couldn't, well, it wouldn't have Robyn, so it would be the OG3. They would do it the right way. They would get well, they had Simon & Schuster. It's a big publishing company that they used, but I don't know why they didn't use a Simon & Schuster editor. I don't know why that wasn't just part of the package. But they would get an actual editor to go through it. We would probably put dates in it and make it chronological so that people could follow along. It would be really good. That's a good way for them to make money. But honestly, even better than that, I just want them to sit down and start with season 1, episode 1 and just start watching them and telling us everything that happened behind the scenes or what they were really thinking when different things happened or how the show didn't really represent it as things were happening. That's what I want to know. I don't want to watch them watch the show and say, oh, isn't that sweet? They're so cute. Look at them grow up. I mean, it was nice last season because of the juxtaposition of showing the commitment ceremony in all Janelle and Christine and Mary all watching it and going, oh, look at them. Oh, and smiling as they saw it. And then, cut to Robyn and the commitment ceremony. How do you turn this thing off? So that was really good. But other than that, just watching the show, I want to know the dirt. I want to know the behind the scenes stuff. I want to know the truth. There you go. don't even have to be dirt. You don't have to look at it that way. So much of the truth was hidden from us in those early years. They all admit it. They all admit. Even in the book, which was written like at the end of season 2, I think it came out in season 3. Even in there, they're saying how they kind of put their best foot forward. But then in interviews since then, they've really come out and said that they were trying to push the platform of polygamy. And in order to do so, they had to make it look like everything was a well-oiled machine. So to do that, they lied. Yeah. Okay. Whiskey River says, if I get a troll doll, give it a perm. Will do. Gotta be a troll out there that actually has a perm. I gotta see if there's a little Shirley Temple doll like this. That's what I need. A little Shirley Temple doll. It had the right curls. All right. Evelyn Sierra Gonzalez, welcome. Welcome from New York, and I'm glad you made your first live. That's amazing. I love it. All right. I want the kids to learn the truth about how Tibbin. No, was that a typo, or did you mean to put Robyn and somebody else together in that? Let me know, Kathy. Okay. Everyone talking about their cloak of charity that they have on, the cloak of invisibility. Brianna and her sister look like they were following the script. Yeah, they kind of did last time they were on there too, right? Like, okay. They almost look scared. Okay, let me get it straight. What was it that I was supposed to say? Oh, this show is so far behind. We know so much, but there has been some new twists to ponder with the lawsuit and the house selling. Yes. Hello, Alaska. Where in Alaska do you live? I'm a little familiar with Alaska. You are welcome, Texas Sherry. Thank you. You bought it today? All right, I'm going to write down on my notes too. Buy t-shirt. It wasn't there yesterday. I just looked again yesterday. They didn't have them. So I'm going to look. Thank you for letting me know. I will go look, and as soon as I get it, I will wear it. And I think I might even plan a trip to go down there and see it. I mean, it's a little bit of a drive, but I can stop in Nashville, Tennessee and visit my daughter for a little bit on the way down. And all 3 of my jobs I can do virtually on my laptop, so I can travel and take work with me. Elaine Walter, hello. She says, Robyn outsmarted everyone. She owns everything without having to work 1 hour. Isn't that the truth? So sad, but true. Oh. Scarlett said this particular episode did in fact upset me. It was way too true. It was about time. Yeah, I love it when they're speaking the truth, honestly. Yeah. The whole time just went, Cody, one line after the next. It would have been enough for me. With Robyn just throwing that dig at Janelle, and she said it right to her too. She wasn't talking about her. I mean, she wasn't, I don't know if she said it right to her. But she was talking about Janelle specifically. Robyn normally talks in generalizations. She will not talk about a certain wife. Neither will Cody. And it drives me crazy. He goes, did I say Gracie? Cody. When Cody talks about a wife, he'll say like, well, when a wife picks up and leaves me. Like, you mean Christine? Back when she was the only one that left. He'll say the most obvious thing about somebody. And then not say their name, as if we have no idea what he's talking about. Liz S., thank you for becoming a member to the channel, and I love the picture of your dog. I clicked on it. I can't put it on the chat. I apologize. My chat is done here at the very end, but I appreciate you. Your name, the next live, your name will scroll across the bottom or the top, and I'm going to try to keep it going. Maybe underneath the chat here down below, maybe I'll have the names just continue to go throughout the entire live. But I couldn't figure it out. The names that are subscribed, if anyone who's late, who's a member, I'm working on getting everything working for this membership channel, because YouTube promised if I got started with this that they would support me, and there's not a whole lot of support. So I did figure out how to do the scrolling just through following videos on YouTube, but I got it to work on the home screen before I opened it up to this one, but or the welcome screen, I guess I should say, but not the main screen. So if you go back and rewatch this episode online from the beginning, you'll see, I think right from when I hit go live, it was scrolling and it was working. And why it's not working here, I don't know. Who knows? Technology. But thank you, Lisa S., for becoming a member. Welcome to the membership of Sister Friends. Okay. I am frozen. Okay. I could sit here for like another 2 hours and just read all these. You guys are so funny and you have such good points of view. Everybody, Daughter of the Most High, you were like number 623. That's amazing. Thank you. If you have a chance, if you've caught onto this late and you're watching it live, I highly recommend you go back and watch all the chat. Sometimes when it gets posted right after this, the chat doesn't come up right away because it runs through an algorithm to make sure Kathy didn't say anything wrong. Kathy Farron, just kidding. So you may not see it right away, but definitely, usually within the hour, if not pretty much right away, the chat is there. If you're watching it live, you can always go back and then rewatch it. The other thing is when you watch it live, I make sure there's no commercials. So if ever you see a commercial, well, somebody else will tell me, but just somebody will always mention it. But if I screwed up something with the settings and you start to see commercials in the lives, you just let me know in the chat and I can get in there. I now know how to go in it while I'm live and get that to go away. But on the rewatches, then the commercials are in. It's incentive to watch us live. I don't know why there's no benefit to watching it live. But I like having all of you in here live. It just makes it so much better. All right. Cleaning the dog poo is very expensive or the prairie dog poo, I should say, on Coyote Pass. Yeah, it's going to cost a lot of money right there. Okay, so much going on here. I'm going to reread this, but I don't want to keep you past 9 o'clock, and it already is past 9 o'clock. Oh, Jeanette, hello from Australia. Yay. Oz is Australia, right? I think I learned that recently. I didn't know that. And you were number 667. Thank you. Fairy Elephant, how do I watch the show with you? You can watch the show with me if you are a member at the exclusive SOS level. And if you are a member at the exclusive SOS level, you'll be notified, but you'll also see on the homepage, just like you do every other video or every other live, how there's a thumbnail. There'll be a thumbnail. It'll say member underneath it. But it really is not for all members. It's just for the exclusive SOS members. Also, if you're an exclusive SOS member and you cannot watch the live, you do have access to go back and rewatch it. So it'll be in the archives there for that level as well. All right, so that's how you do it. It should look pretty much the same as before, but it says that it notifies everybody that there is a live that's at that level. Whether it does or not, I'm not sure, but it tells me that it does. All right, I'm going to find a creative way to cuss at Cody. I mean, you guys already have, really, quite frankly. I just like to poke fun at you, Kathy. It just makes my day. Okay, all right, number 665, Michelle, hello. Okay. Beverly Miner said, chef kiss to Jenny's impression of Robyn. Thank you. Every now and then I go back and I see it, or if I'm editing something and I'm just like, oh, that was an ugly face. But I guess it matches. Even with Cody, I have some of those really scrunch up my face. And I'm like, clearly I don't care. Oh, goodness. All right, that's it. Hey, should we do our quote like we have always done for our other lives? We should, I think. Let me go to my quote of the week, which is just going to be some quote that I have saved in my notes app, one that I haven't checked off yet, and I will read it to you. And hopefully it will inspire somebody. All right. Oh, here's a good one from Winston Churchill. He's had a lot of good quotes in his life. It says, I'll cut and paste this into chat. This is perfect for our paste. There we go. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. Isn't that great information that Cody and Robyn could really sink their teeth into? I think so. Make a living by what you get. You make a life by what you give. Words to live by, people. All right. Very good. All right. Sharon, I'm glad you found my channel too. Thank you. All right. Good night, sister friends. Keep your eyes open. There will be definitely 2, maybe 3. We'll see how editing goes. If the second one gets too long, I'll cut it up into 2 shorter videos, but probably 2 videos reviewing the episode from Sunday night. So look for those. Lady Bird's mom, thank you. It is a great quote, isn't it? Thank you, Winston Churchill. I can't take credit for it, but it is perfect. You're right, S.G. Johnson's perfect for this episode after talking about it. All right. Good night, everybody.